7-2. Hey everyone, it's about how Karen turns into a fox. I told everyone the next morning at school what Grammy had told us.
ふーん。天子埋式神事？初めて聞いたわね。
Yeah, I don't think the princesses really care that much about the goings on, when it comes to the other princesses. They already have enough to deal with in their own world because they're the princesses of their world, respectively.
そうですね。
Respective world.
一応謎が解けたですね。
Luna's got a lot of issues, and she doesn't even know it.
謎？天子が人間なのか狐なのかです。ああ。それ、カリンが答えられなかった方がおかしいわね。初耳だったの？おばあちゃんから。何回かそんな昔話を聞いたような覚えはあるんだけど。
Her Grammy went out of her way every year to tell the same story, and she just didn't bother to listen until now.
ほんと忘れっぽいんだから。
She's just a bad granddaughter.
どうでもいい話とかどうも覚えられないんだよね。
And matters now.
どうでもいいというか、とても大事な話だと思いますが。そうかな。
Yes.
まあ原因が判明したのであればよかったじゃない。それにしてもまあいいね。カリンが楽しみじゃない。なんだよその含み笑い。
Karen's gonna be heading back home to train once the semester ends.
神事というのはいつなの？
The 10th of next month.
さあ、じゃあみんなで見に行ってあげるからありがたく思いなさいな。いいよ、来るなよ。
But like, don't you want your husband to see you dance? The answer's no, but still, once school was out, we immediately went to Araragi Shrine. But you know, it's kind of romantic.
なにそれ、うまいの？
No, I mean what Grammy was talking about. To take a human form, to love one. Grammy didn't give many details, but maybe the great Tenko fell in love with a priest from Araragi Shrine. That would explain the connection, I guess. And knowing that historical event had such a close relation to me, it was kind of a thrill. Since it's a big part of their history, maybe that's why Grammy doesn't oppose Karen marrying a human. That makes sense. Do you know the fairy tale, The Gratitude of the Crane?
どんな話？
A long time ago, a boy lived in a faraway land. One day he finds a single crane caught in a trap. And finally, having her true form revealed, the wife returns to a crane and flies off into the sky. The end.
何それ？変な話？
Yeah, the boy, he didn't even fuck the crane. What? I started off on a whim, but that was a terrible ending. Well, it doesn't concern us anyway. I was letting myself get weird ideas, but Kara didn't look happy with how the story's ending. How the story's ending. What? But you finished the story, so why are you saying it in the present tense?
見るなって言われたんだから見なければいいのにね。
Yeah, I guess.
ばっちゃん、どうかした？
They don't have the mask, do they?
私たちが来るとき、なんかあたりのこと見てなかった？ああ。
I didn't notice anything, but Karen could make out what she was doing from a distance.
山の動物のことがちょっと気になってね。
Oh, she hasn't gone up to the shrine yet. I was a bit worried. That's right. When we came to greet the priest here, Karen said the same thing. Like, they were on edge.
そうそう。
Why are they on edge when they should be on today's video sponsor, Opera GX. Never mind. That was right after she had saved that fox from those kids. The animals gathered around and were all kinds of uneasy.
そうだろうね。ここにいてもそれは感じるよ。へえ、さすがはばっちゃん。私はわかんないや。
What is it? Like a premonition of an impending disaster or something? Yeah, a great storm is approaching.
いや。
She tilted her head.
天子毎式神事の効力が思いがけず切れかかっているから、ではないかね、おそらく。
Her words were vague. She could, like she couldn't say, like she couldn't say for sure.
舞の神器は動物にとってある種の心地よさを与えるものらしい。それで神事の時は境内の周りに動物が集まってくるくらいなんだ。
Whoa, that's pretty neat.
しかし、それにしても妙なざわめきだが。前に挨拶に行った時もこんな調子だったのかい？じゃないかな、多分。
He actually remembered something.
おお、やはり境内の様子に変わりはないんだね。懐かしい。こんにちは。
Oh, he's out of the shrine. Yeah, I guess it is. This time.
お久しぶりです。
あんたの顔、確かに見覚えがあるよ。記憶の姿はもっとずっと若いが、まあ当然のことだがね。
Actually, I said that it should have been the same Saito, but they talk about how Fuyo was here 12 years ago. It makes a lot more sense now that this younger Saito is actually a descendant, like the son of the original previous Saito, I guess, because it wasn't that long since the Fuyo did the ritual.
あんたがこの神社を継いだのかい？
はい。ちゃんとご挨拶をするのはこれが初めてかと存じますが、斉藤和久と申します。父はすでに。
Oops.
ではご隠居によろしく伝えておいてくれ。
はい。ちゃんとご挨拶をするのはこれが初めてかと存じますが、斉藤和久と申します。父はすでに隠居しております。
さて和久よ、先日孫のかりんが挨拶に行ったと思うが、その際神楽目をもらわなかったという。先代から話は聞いていないのか？
申し訳ありません。つい 失念しておりまして。
Look, it doesn't really matter. All that matters is if you have the mask. From the Jim Carrey movie. And also the Kagura mask, if you have that as well.
すぐに持ってまいります。
Sato disappeared into the house. I had thought oddly of him the first time, but now he seemed diligent. He still looks depressed.
なんだか気な臭いね。
Huh?
和久のやつめ。何か嘘をついているよ、あれは。
Lying? Grammy nodded with a stern gaze. About what?
さあ、それはわからないが。まさか失念したことをごまかしているというわけでもあるまいし。
Yeah, he's not Karen. After a bit, Sato returned to us holding the box.
念のため改めさせてもらおうか。何しろ天子にとっては一大事だからね。
どうぞ。
ゆうた、その紐をほどいておくれ。
Sure. Okay. Saito held the box as if to present it. I carefully untied the rope and removed the lid. The box was packed with sawdust. Why? And a bundle was about halfway buried in it. Grammy took the bundle out carefully. She undid it and removed the contents. It's just a bag of sawdust. The mask was in the likeness of a fox. Really? Who would have guessed? So that's a Kagura mask. She examined it with squinted eyes from every angle, then bundled it up and returned it to the box.
では、これは神事の日まで預からせてもらおう。
はい。
カーリン、これを持っておくれ。では、今日のところはこれで。8月10日はまた何くれとなく世話になると思うが、よろしく頼むよ。
はい。
Saito bowed his head deeply.
ねえねえ、ばっちゃん。ごめん、見てみてもいい？ダメだよ。落として割ったりしたら大変だからね。
I knew she was gonna... I was thinking the exact same thing, Grammy. Not about the world ending and stuff like that, but that she would probably drop it if she was holding it.
偉大な天子の霊力はまさにその神楽面に宿っている。大切に扱わなければね。
Well, you'd at least hope it'd be a bit more durable than breaking if you then.
そうなんだ。
Karen didn't seem like she cared either way, but my mind was on what Grammy had mentioned before. That guy back there. His demeanor today was proper to a T, but I couldn't easily forget my first impression of him. He looked so shocked when he laid eyes on Karen, and also when he learned that Fuya had passed away. He reacted so emotionally.
さて、無事に神楽面も戻ってきた。これは私が預かっておくよ。持って帰っちゃうの？そうだよ。お前に預けていたら何をされるか分かったものではないからね。
Good idea.
残念。壁にでも飾っておこうと思ったんだけど。保存にも気をつけなければならないものなんだよ、これは。それで13日からの稽古だが、本当に真面目にやるんだよ。お前は幼い頃から落ち着きがないからね。 いくら運動神経が良くても性の踊りをものにできるかどうか若干の不安はあるが。
She's not... She isn't one for subtlety, let's just say. Doesn't have a lot of subtle movements.
うん。
But I think it should be okay. Karen's been a lot more calm lately. Especially after we've had sex. Don't tell Grammy that. What? Karen did little to help my case.
それは本当かい？それも夫婦になったことの効能かね？
Yeah. Just... Yeah, that's definitely it. Nothing else. No. No. I think it's because she's learned to sit through class in school. She would escape at first. She did it once. I think her calming down is a result of her going to school.
なるほど。学校という場にはそういう効果も期待できたか。だったら今度こそ心配する必要もないか。
大丈夫。だいたい旦那様のことがあるんだもん。私もこの姿じゃないと困るし。
ならよし。
Don't explain why you want to be in this form. Grammy nodded with confidence in her grandchild. Something was on my mind, so I did an internet search. It was about the gratitude of the crane. Interspecies marriage. Excuse me? I never even knew that was a genre. Hang on. I was joking about the crane fucking. What are you talking about? It was just like it sounded. A different species getting married. A human and Tenko getting married. And that seems to fit the bill. But what was really concerning was that almost all the stories ended in the two splitting up somehow. Why were they forbidden from looking anyway? Karen had asked that with unabashed curiosity. Like, kind of just have a happy ending, for crying out loud. Of course, I knew deep down it wasn't anything I needed to worry about. Stories are just stories. Real life is real, and this is definitely real life and not an anime. Not an anime, technically. It's an arage. Oh, it's different. It is real life. Karen and I would spend eternity in total bliss. That wasn't any two ways about it. But still, there was something. A sort of anxiety that simmered deep within. 7, 3.
はあ、いや帰るのやだな。昨日言っていた稽古のこと？稽古は別にいいんだけど、だって私一人で戻らないといけないなんて。
What the heck? What the heck, Karen? You were all determined yesterday when Grammy was here. What happened to that? Because you aren't coming with the... What do you mean?
そうだけど。
Karen was rubbing up against me, trying to garner sympathy.
夏休みに入ったら毎日海で泳ぐつもりだったんだけどな。
And other things every day. Never mind.
いつ帰ってこられるんですか？最悪でも神事の当日でしょうけれど。わかんない。私の舞を見てばっちゃんがいいって言えば帰れるだろうけど。そうですか。おばあ様も厳しい方ですからね。これは覚悟しておいた方がいいかもしれませんね。ふにゃー。
Well, it should be fine, right? You're athletic enough to do it.
そうだよね。ただカリン殿、
ご自身が好まれないことではとんと集中力がなくなりますからな。ふにゅにゅ。
She'll be fine. Except that the only reason that she's been able to do certain things is because of Yuta and being able to prevent her from ADHD braining and getting distracted. Like, I don't know, when she went to the fucking shrine. After Yuta told her to go to the fucking shrine. I made my tone harsher to emphasize it to everyone. The ritual dance of the Tenko is vital to us. Karen understands that well enough.
まあ頑張りなさいな。ただ先のことよりも。
Yeah, but if Yuta isn't directly in front of Karen's face, she would not be as motivated to come back.
先のこと？
And about the ritual, but you know.
今週から期末テストが始まってるでしょ？そっちは大丈夫なの？
Yikes. Her head almost hit the ground.
うちってテストの点数があんまり悪いと休みに入っても補習を受けさせられるから。
And you can't really do that, can you, Karen?
そうだったの？だから今回みたいに用事が決まっている場合は気をつけた方がいいよ。うにゃにゃ、これは大変。どうしよ
しょうがないわね。なら今回は特別に私が教えてあげるわよ。もう遅いかもしれないけど。
なんか納得がいかないけど。
あらそう。まあもちろん無理にとは言わないけどね。
ルーチェ、私にはルーチェだけが頼りだからさ。
はいはい。
It's just that easy. 7, 6. I'm glad that there's no extended fucking like study group kind of thing. Alright. It's a bit, it would have made the route a bit bloated, to say the least. After a long week, our finals were over at last.
ふにゃー、開放感がビンビンにみなぎってくる。
Karen was sprawled out over her desk.
テストもちょっと面倒ではあるけれど、こういう感覚もいいものね。新鮮で。
余裕の発言ね。
教えてあげたでしょ、一応は。
Yeah, was it? Helping her.
どうかしらね。友人としてやることはやってあげたと思うけど。
Basically what you're saying is that she couldn't study. Barely studied.
ルーチェ厳しいんだもんな。もうちょっと優しく教えてくれてもいいのに。
何甘えたこと言ってるのよ。
まあ大丈夫でしょ。
Karen sprang up straight to her feet. Because Lucy taught you so well.
いや、なんとなく。
Well,
これだものね。
来週から早速答案が返ってくるんですよね。ちょっと楽しみです。余裕の発言。そういうわけじゃないけど、ただ中間の時も確かに新鮮に感じたから。ずっとテストで肩凝っちゃった。ねえゆうた、泳ぎにでも行こうよ。
sure.
みんなは？
私は遠慮しておくわ。太陽も眩しいし。
私は水着とかあんまり好きじゃないから。ごめん。私は店でバイトだから。
What? This is a first? You know?
そっか。じゃあ、二人で行こう。
I guess we don't really care about the other two because they're in separate classes. Yeah. Maybe Yorihime would have really wanted to go to the beach, you know? He just never asked. And we didn't have our suits today, so we had to go back home once. And we decided to get a bite before heading to the beach.
これから泳ぐのに、そんなに食べて大丈夫？
Oh, I fucking... when she said cafe, I thought she meant the fucking cafeteria, not her actual... I'm just retarded.
ぽっこりお腹が出ちゃうかな。そういうことじゃないんだけど。
おーい、ユナ。
Yuna disappeared behind the counter, and Karen sat with her head tilted.
お腹出るかな。
She pinched her sides as she mumbled to herself. Well, physically, it may expand a tiny bit, but it won't even be noticeable, right? She looked satisfied with that explanation, and continued stuffing her face. She was just like a little dog sometimes. But that's a surprise that would even cross her mind now. Yeah, she'd become more self-conscious. She didn't give her appearance a second thought before. Lucy would also occasionally say that her hair was scraggly and dry. It was still beautiful regardless. I knew that was because she had become my wife. Thinking that made me happy in the moment.
そういえばユウタ、今日はサンドイッチだけなの？
But only in the moment. Any other time, like right now, he's not happy. Yeah. I was about to say because we were going to be swimming.
食欲ないの？じゃあ、私が食べてあげる。
Oh, heads off! I was not yawning in between.
今日はたっぷり泳げるね。
If you exercise too hard after you eat, you won't feel good, so be careful.
じゃあ、準備運動する？
Warm up.
1、2、3、4。
Karen started doing some arm circles and squats, just like in PE. I didn't care either way, but when she started swinging her hips and jumping up and down, people around began staring. And by people, I mean guys.
5、6、7、8。
It was starting to seem like a music video for an idol group single or something. I could understand the stares. I mean, it was obvious, but... Hey, that's plenty. Let's go.
この前よりもちょっとあったかいかも。
Karen glided into the water and stroked masterfully. Those two words could also be used in a different context. She was really talented. Try not to go too far out, okay? I headed back to the sand after swimming a bit, but Karen was still going at it. Even more time passed and Karen finally came out. She came close enough so I could get a better look at her, and my jaw dropped. Huh? I hurried over to her in a panic. What happened?
なんか尖った石みたいの踏んづけちゃった。
I held her up and helped her hop over to our towel. Show me the cut. Karen had both hands on my shoulders as she lifted her leg up to show me the bottom of her foot. Yeah, that's cuddle, right? Let's wash it off first. And there's sand in it.
海水だからしみる。
That's fine. It sterilizes it. Yeah. A wrap would have been good, but unfortunately, we didn't bring anything like that. Maybe we should head back. Karen was quick to agree. She must have been in pain. Can you walk? Oh, this is prime. This is prime carrying her on your back. Yeah. CG. Maybe. Okay. I'll give you a piggyback, and that's the word. I don't know why I blanked on the name. Prime piggyback activity. Of course.
じゃあ、お願い。
How can anyone be so happy when they're injured? Because she doesn't care. And I smiled as I said that.
だって。
Okay, hang on tight. You don't need to squeeze that tight. I was hoping for a CG, apparently not.
楽ちん。お大名にでもなったみたい。
They're really out here fucking skimping on the CGs, huh? They're saving all their budget to the fucking end. Karen swung her legs playfully. She had only cut her foot, so it wasn't like she didn't have energy.
なんか見た目が違う。
What does?
目の位置が高いからかな。いつもより。
Yeah, she's got a new perspective in life. Karen took one hand off and hoisted herself up on my shoulders, examining the area curiously. She had already forgotten what I said about hanging on, but I figured she wouldn't fall. You're lighter than I thought.
そう？
That's a backhanded compliment if I've ever heard one. Nodded, but she had so much volume in some places. Yeah.
じゃあ、もっとたくさん食べた方がいいかな。
No, I hardly think you need to eat more. What should we do? Wanna go to the doctor?
お医者はいいよ。
It wasn't an injury that needed to be looked at, so I didn't push the issue. Well, at least go buy some band-aids when we get back. And keep one on till it heals.
はーい。
Oh, wait. This is gonna play into the fact that she won't be able to... She'll have a harder time dancing because her foot is cut. God damn it. And I just forgot about it too. She fell asleep on my back. Maybe she was more tired than she let on. Her body was limp, and her squishy chest pressed into my back. She's so stacked. Despite her slim body. It was like there were two big balloons pushing into me. Okay, maybe not that soft. She was bumbling in her sleep.
おいしいよ。ゆうた。
Hang on a minute. What's tasty?
油ぎっとりハンバーガー。
Okay, thank God. It wasn't a sexual dream. At least, probably. Well, that wasn't my first thought, but that was also a possibility.
おっかさ
when she was just a little girl. She must have been carried like this with her mum, by her mum. It's not like I was her mum's replacement or anything. That would be weird. I adjusted my grip on her and had a moment of reflective solitude. Reflective solitude. 7:13. Ah, fuck. You skipped 11.
最後に夏休み中の補習授業について伝えておきますが。
What about 7-Eleven? Never mind. Yeah, Yuta has to be worried about it too.
うちのクラスからは誰もいませんでした。
Thank God.
よかった
これからの1ヶ月半、みんな規則正しい生活を送るようにしてください。長いですからね。
Oops.
先生からは以上です。
Yeah, you got all that shit right there. Stand bow.
本当によかった。ちょっとドキドキしちゃった。まあ当然よね。私が教えてあげたのだから。これで落ちたらムチで叩くところよ。ああ、うん。ルーチェってムチが似合いそうだ。どういう意味よそりゃ。
No, I see it. Lucy was on the verge of laughing, though.
でもありがとう。でもカリンにとって本当の本番はこれからでしょ。前の練習頑張りなさいな。
The two girls that are most likely to use a whip are Lucy and Yorihime.
うまくできればいいんだけど。けどそんなに大事なことなのにこれまで練習してこなかったの？だってつまんないし面倒だし。本当に大丈夫なのかしらね。
Karen's foot healed up in about a week, and we headed to the beach once. Okay, I guess that isn't a plot point. But then, what was the point of that scene? I thought it was going to play into something, it's harder for her to learn how to dance, you know? I stopped swimming after a little bit and watched Karen swim from my chair in the sand. Karen too had finally burned out on swimming, and we sat side by side on the beach.
明日からは遊べそうもないから思いっきり泳いじゃった。でも残念。
What is?
あのね。
Karen blushed slightly and moved her lips to my ear.
帰る前にエッチできなくて。
I was waiting for it, but you know, Karen had certainly matured, whispering it rather than just blurting it out. Yeah, true. One of her safe days wasn't around the corner. Oh, right, that's a thing. I wouldn't be surprised if this safe day thing doesn't pop up with anyone else, because it certainly didn't pop up with Luna. So like, you know, we had tried to use a condom once, but Karen didn't seem to enjoy it, so our only choice was to time it with her cycle. It was odd coming from me, but we were pretty responsible.
ゆうたも残念？
Well, duh. Karen inched over toward me her face hovering right above my shoulder. It was like she was mocking me and claiming the small distance that separated us.
ねえユータ、チューで赤ちゃんはできるの？
No. That's that's something that fucking anime girls say when they freak out after never mind. No, not by kissing.
じゃあチューして。
But you didn't have a problem with making out with him for fucking hours on end on the fucking park bench. What? Okay. Yeah. Okay, I get it. Being surrounded by people on the beach, we stopped at just a light peck. Oh yeah, there's too many people on the beach, you know, compared to fucking at the park where there's kids around. But it's fine at the park because we're at a strategic spot where no one else is around us. And that alone was enough to make her blush under her eyes. She looked so seductive.
あと
Now what?
手で触ったりするのは？
No babies from touching, but I might get into a weird mood.
変な風？
I won't be able to restrain myself. Karen pouted a little and rubbed her face into my shoulder. Well, we can get back, you know. We managed to keep kissing for a little bit while ignoring people around us, and the sun was slowly setting over the beach.
おかえり。
Well, shit.
ただいま。ああ、ばっちゃん待っていたのか。
なんだいその嫌そうな声は。
だって
お前のことだ。待っていたらいつ来るか分かったものではないからね。それでこちらから迎えに来たというわけさ。
うにゃ
Grammy probably knew well in advance. This was how it would go.
婿殿には悪いがね。新婚早々でしばらく別居ということになって。
I still don't get why you have to live separately together. Separately, you could just live together. It's not like it's gonna change anything. She's gonna be distracted by the thoughts of her husband either way. No, it's for our benefit after all.
うん。ではカーリン、早速行こうか。
There's like no reason for them to be separated other than the fact that it's gonna lead into them wanting to fuck more.
ちょっと待ってよ。お腹すいたよ。
では食べてからにするか。
やった
ただ今から用意するとちっと遅くなってしまうね。
Okay, how about over there?
ああ、いいよ。
Grammy had vastly different clothes than anyone else, so that got a lot of attention when we entered. But she strolled over to the table, not fazed in the slightest, not gazed.
なかなかいい店じゃないか。
美味しいんだよここ。あんみつとかきんつばとかおまんじゅうとか。
和菓子だけかい？
No, they have regular food too. Here. I handed her a menu.
よくわからないから、私はカーリンと同じものでいいよ。
You are her grandma. I think you should know how dangerous it is to say you'll have the same as Karen. Because she will have everything.
私は本日のセットと BLT サンドとナポリタンとあと
やっぱりユータの方で適当に見繕っておくれ。
I told you. Sure. I nodded with an understanding smile. Have you not visited this world much, Grammy? I'm still not used to you to calling her Grammy. But like, she doesn't have a fucking name. The other customers had filed out gradually, so I felt it was safe to ask now.
そうだね。連れ合いも天子だ。
Yeah, makes sense.
ただ、例の伝説の影響もあり、こちらの人間と連れ添うことも天子においてはそう珍しいことではないのだが。
I figured. Honestly, I thought you'd be opposed to it at first. Me and Karen, that is. Yeah, I thought she'd be opposed to.
カリンのような当事者を除けば、例の儀式にどれだけの意味があるかわからないところもある。もちろん、この姿にすっかり慣れ親しんでいるというのも事実だが。だからって、やめるつもりも毛頭ないがね。
She noticed that I had a strange look on my face, so she added more to her explanation.
それが伝統というものだ。惰性でも何でもいいから続けていくのが伝統なんだろう。
なんで？私はこっちの姿の方が好きだな。
あるいは長い長い年月の間にカリンのようなものが定期的に現れたのかもしれないね。
何それ？
剣を翻すようだが、惰性だけではやはり続かないだろう。ある特定の誰かの思い。それが推進力になってこそ連綿と続いてきた。私は今そんなことを思ったよ。
That must be the case. Karen, do it for us. Do it for us. I patted her on the head and she nodded gleefully. Seven, 17. Why are they... I was bored with my homework after about 3 days. Wait. Hang on. But... No. It was... yes. But... hang on. Never mind. I thought yesterday was... I thought the last scene was 7:16, you know? So I found myself wandering to the shrine. The air at the base of the mountain felt crisp and fresh. I tried to stand around for a few minutes, but I didn't see any animals like when I was with Karen. The ritual dance of the Tenko's power is fading. I wonder if that's the only reason for the animals' behavior. Even Grammy wasn't sure about that. The vicinity of the shrine was deserted, like always. I felt like it had always been deserted since I was a kid, though. So it didn't really occur to me that there were rituals here at all. Ah, so that's the stage for the ritual, I guess. I guess? Why would they have to... Why would... I mean, you know what? I was gonna say, why would they do it in the human world? But I guess the excuse is that they do it in the human world so that they can maintain their human form. Yeah. I don't know. It was placed in front of the main shrine, almost like it was blocking the way to it. Upon closer inspection, the Kagura Pavilion was quite magnificent compared to the dilapidated buildings around it. It's been upkept by magic. It likely wasn't used normally, but it looked polished and immaculate.
神楽に興味があるのかい？
See what I say. Saito.
こんにちは。
If I had a nickel for every time a Saito snuck up on the main character, I'd have 2 nickels. Back to back too, because it's fucking Master Magistrate as well. Good afternoon. It freaked me out a little. I hadn't heard a single footstep. No, well, Karen will be performing the ritual, so that's why. Saito gazed at the Kagura Pavilion with an oddly distant stare.
僕はこの神社で生まれ育った。36年前はまだ物心つくかどうかという年齢でね。
So he's going down memory lane. His eyes trailed away from me as they always did.
だからその時の天子舞式神事はよく覚えていないが、24年前のそれならよく覚えている。その時の不要さんはちょうど今のカリン君と同じ年頃でね。
Of course she was. Is that so? Was she also married to a faceless, voiceless, generic-looking character, you know? I honestly wasn't interested in this guy's story, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious to hear about my wife's mother.
それは綺麗な人だった。神楽巫女を務めている時など、それこそ神々しいほどでね。
Whoa. So the Kagura Maiden is the one who performed the dance, right?
そう。天子舞式神事。それは天子に伝わる秘術。そして人間との間で交わす契りということだが、僕にはそんなことはどうでもよかった。
あ？
その仕草、その動き、そして姿。僕はすっかり虜となってしまい、魂を抜かれたも同然だった。
I did it again with him. Is this guy feeling sick or something?
僕はまぶたの裏にいつも不要さんの姿を浮かべているようなもので。
Listen, Yuta, look, all I'm gonna say is, he is important enough to have a sprite. Outside of the fact that he is relevant to Karen's plot, I would not be surprised if he is her dad. You know? Maybe, you know, unless her dad is also a Tenko, right? But if he's human, like Julie's dad, right? Then, you know, possibility. Makes sense for why he's so like infatuated by her. It's not an obsession. You know, maybe it's not just a crush.
普段は遠い世界にいるということを知ったときは、内臓がねじれるような思いだった。12年という年月はあまりに長い。だがその間につまらない知恵もつく。僕は次の天子舞式神事はぜひビデオに収めてやろう。そんなことを考えた。
That is the third time I've done that. Do you still have the video?
いや。
What, bro? He shook his head dejectedly.
確かに撮ったはずなのに、ずっと真っ暗な映像が続いてね。
Ah, of course, magic.
おかしなことだ。
You're not allowed to film it. I see.
24年前は思春期の少年だった僕も、12年前となるとみそじ近くになっていた。結婚もすでにしていたのだが、それでも心の片隅には いつも不要さんがいて。
So he isn't, Karen's dad. I mean, to be fair, it would be weird if there was a second human. Well, especially if it would be weird for Saito to not react to Karen in a way that would be like, oh, you're my daughter, right? He was like, you look exactly like your mum. So, yeah, I guess. I could finally piece together the timeline.
だがあの可憐そのものだった不要さんにもやがて夫ができ
I guess
娘が生まれたのだな。
probably a Tenko dad then.
当然。それは当然のことだ。
Why are you telling me this? I understood the story, but not his motive for telling me. I didn't think he was just looking for any willing listener.
誰かに自分の気持ちを知っておいてもらいたかった。それだけだよ。
Yeah, considering you're the only other human who know about the Tenko. Yeah, you know. Seriously?
もちろん、君がカリン君と親しいということは分かっている。
That's a bit of an understatement. Oh,
そこで、君に一つ言っておきたいことがあるのだが。
what's that? Sato looked down at the pavilion. Another emotion washed over him, and he continued.
天子埋式神事は不要さんそのものである。ということだ。
Okay, where are you going with this?
僕にとってはね。
I had no idea what he was implying. Part of me was saying was saying to just ditch this weirdo, but another part of me resisted that claim. That's wrong. I think Karen is better suited. You know, I'm her human partner after all. And the power of the ritual dance of the Tenko is...
下旬になると、学人の皆さんが神楽の音合わせを始める。
ignoring me.
興味があるなら見に来るといい。
No, I'll pass. I couldn't hide my anger, but his expression didn't waver.
では。
Bitch. I wonder if he was ever able to tell Fuyo how he felt. Probably not. That's why he's still, you know, obsessed with her. I doubted it somehow. Well, whatever. You understand that he didn't really get the closure he needed to get over her, you know? He didn't confess to her. Still, I knew he was a weirdo. His story and his demeanor kind of got under my skin. Creep. Yeah. I was giving him an excuse, being like, "Oh, he was her husband," but no, he's just a. I kicked the dirt onto me as I barged off. Hey, that was dirt he cleaned up. Don't. I don't know what the word. I forgot the word. Don't desecrate the shrine site. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad juju. Give you bad juju. Bad luck. Bad luck 7 year.